Fellow citizens, on the eve of our Independence Day, the anniversary of our regaining freedom, I have immense pleasure in extending to you and to Indians around the globe my warmest greetings and felicitations. In our history, 15th August 1947 signified the culmination of long years of struggle and sacrifice to restore to our ancient land its lost freedom. The quality characteristics of that struggle were determined by crystal pure values cherished by our great national leaders. Thus, the movement had a moral and ethical force which attracted nationwide participation, unique in its magnitude, duration, and discipline. At the heart of the struggle was a powerful national urge to uphold India's honor and win freedom. August 15 therefore represents the triumphant power of nationwide commitment in tune with national ideals. Let us fully comprehend this aspect and draw lessons from it. We pay our homage and tribute to the heroic martyrs and freedom fighters in the vanguard of that epic struggle. Their suffering and sacrifice awakened and inspired millions in the cities, towns, villages, and hamlets of our vast country. It aroused in all men and women, the old and the young, the rich and the poor, the zeal of preserve and march to victory. The father of our nation symbolizes to us the values, vision, sense of purpose, and willingness to sacrifice which characterized our freedom struggle. He represents the participation of the common man, our whole people, the masses in this historic mission. As we pay tribute to his memory, let us maintain and develop that national resolve created under his leadership. Friends, I said 15th August marks the culmination of a chapter of our struggle. It stands also for the commencement from that auspicious day of another mission, another national struggle. Growth with social justice is the goal of our national reconstruction. Rebuilding India, we strive for peace, friendship, and cooperation with our neighbors and with nations and peoples around the world. We seek thus to make our rightful contribution towards a better future for all. 48 years after independence, there is much that we can be proud of, much that strengthens our faith in ourselves. India today is advancing as a nation with tremendous range and capacity for growth in industry as in agriculture and in the territory sector. Already we have the world's second largest pool of technically trained human resources. We have built institutions, developed systems, and created scope for accelerated and balanced growth. And yet, there is no question that problems of poverty, illiteracy, and disease beset us. We also have to tackle and eliminate the interconnected evils of communalism, casteism, and corruption. Friends, the task of nation building, of safeguarding and enlarging the gains of freedom involves a role of primary importance for each one of us. The freedom movement had depended on the wholehearted, dedicated participation of every Indian. So does the task of making India great again. Let us appreciate that citizenship itself is an office. Citizenship confers specific rights and safeguards as well as duties and responsibilities under our constitution. The power of the people, the ultimate and the greatest power, is with us as citizens. That power has to be exercised. Vigilance, moderation, and property must condition the use of the people's power. But it must be exercised in an appropriate way and on every necessary occasion. Today, the judiciary, the press, and voluntary organizations are rendering service of the highest value as active and effective bulwarks of democracy. Their interventions in the public interest are greatly respected by the people. Indeed, the effect of their salutary work is to inform and mobilize public opinion for constructive action by citizens. We recognize also the contributions by many individuals and institutions devotedly at work. India has a wealth of idealistic, concerned, able, and energetic women and men who have a sense of personal responsibility in talks of national growth. They should and must be encouraged in exerting themselves and inspiring others to endorse what is right in the public interest and oppose that which is not. Social service and action by citizens supported by the press and upheld by the judiciary can be a powerful force for national good. It can effectively strengthen the cause of cleansing and purifying national life and help fight and curb many evils from gender inequities to crime, communalism, and casteism. Friends, accountability to the people is a cardinal principle of our polity. It is our own awareness and initiatives that can make public administration and its functionaries more intensively responsive and accountable. We have to organize ourselves to ensure that the mechanism and instruments for governance do not swerve from the straight path of rectitude. Work must be done with a spirit of selfless service, a sense of property, and professional efficiency. We have to compel such performance of designated duties in the service of the people. Friends, we must reiterate national resolve over a spectrum of other key issues. We shall zealously guard our freedom, national sovereignty, and integrity. We shall fight and finish externally sponsored terrorism and its nexus with the narcotics trade and organized crime. We shall maintain unflinchingly our opposition to discriminatory agreements in the field of nuclear and missile technology. Such consensus should extend to all issues of vital national interest. The world's largest democracy can never yield to pressure. We offer our hand of peace, friendship, and cooperation to all nations, especially our neighbors in the subcontinent and other countries in Asia with whom we have ties of kinship and culture. Our nation and the world are entering a new chapter of history which entails new imperatives of patriotic duty. A critical national need in this respect is to generate a sense of resolve, faith in our cause, confidence in our abilities, a powerful nationwide determination to attain our goals, a ready willingness to commit ourselves totally in facing varied challenges attending our task. Tomorrow, as we unfurl the national tricolor, let us dedicate ourselves to the glory of India and the good of all humankind. Let us strive to fulfill the dreams of those who have their all for freedom. Let us pledge to serve so that we too may be regarded as having done our duty well.